Oh, it's fine. It's in the shoulder. Never mind. He's not fine. Hello, guys, and welcome back to some more Watch Dogs. We're gonna go see how Clara is doing, because she was stupid enough to go by herself and make a deal with Damien. You know, the guy who technically double-crossed us a billion times. I don't feel bad for leaving her to it or anything. I mean, honestly, I don't really know why she would be so stupid. I don't know. This whole game feels a lot like a Hollywood movie with all the cliches and everything going on. We were partners once. I trusted you. You betrayed me. I wish there was more vigilante stuff though. Besides just solving crime, because I don't feel like this guy justifies being a vigilante, because all he does is like stop criminals and they act and they could make it more interesting.
Damien, what did you do?
Probably killed her. Oh, it's fine. It's in the shoulder. Never mind. He's not fine. God, he does not hit. Where's the last dude? Yeah, it's fine. I didn't like her anyway. She was kind of, I don't know, like she was nice, don't get me wrong, but her character didn't really grow on me. She was better than this, honestly. Kind of did her character dirty by making her go there.
Hello, Aiden. I can't decide where to begin.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna get one of these situations.
The first time I saw you, you were playing chess with Jackson in the park. Both of you still very sad from the funeral. I could see how you made him feel safe. In our world, we hide in the dark, behind monitors. That's the only place.
I love how everyone is still here, even though there was a shootout like a second ago. There's a dead woman over there.
That lives would be lost, or that it was
Could at least adapt to me a little bit.
I thought if I could help you heal, help you find answers, maybe I could heal myself. But I can't. When this is all over, I hope we can at least talk. Or if not, at least I can't disappear. That's something I'm good at.
I don't know how to feel. It's like, I wish there was more of her in the game.
I brought this on Clara. And all of this comes down to blackmail. 6-year-old girl dies because an old man wants to protect his secrets. Bloom.
Don't forget you dragged everyone into this, Pierce. This all started and ended with you.
Hands are bloody.
Yeah, I think the perfect ending to this game would be him turning himself in after he finishes everything.
Pierce, tell me you got everything you wanted because I'm fucking tired.
It's Clara. She's...
Hey, forget her. You got enough to worry about.
she's dead.
Oh, no.
Wow, it's a little bit of a double-sided reaction.
I know this.
Listen here, Damien. This was between you and me, no one else. You brought everyone else into it. So I'm gonna kill you. Mentor versus... Teach... No. What? I don't know what to call them. Oh, it goes up above. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, we're going here. Okay. Pick up. Whoops. Should I be able to survive? I mean, I should be able to survive this fall, right? I don't mind this thingy here. It's the one I used to use. I know you want me to feel sad, game, and that's why you're playing this music, but I really don't. You need to make me like the characters more first, and then you kill them off. Learn a little bit from other games, like Assassin's Creed, typically. They killed off a lot of characters that I really liked. Although they never killed off Leonardo, I liked that. He was good, buddy. Although, this reminds me a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins in a lot of ways. Oh well, revenge stories are a little bit meh. Like, in my opinion, they're not that interesting. It makes me feel like the characters are a little bit bland, because they didn't have a purpose before the revenge, but all of a sudden, as soon as the revenge happens, they turn good and decides to change things and be something else. Okay, let's go.
Chicago's most notorious personalities, Dermot Lucky Quinn, is dead. Quinn was believed to have mob ties with the Chicago South Club for many decades, but no criminal charges were ever brought against him. Police say Quinn died of a heart attack after a charity event at a five-star hotel.
I love how no one mentions all the buddies. Like, ever. Only time it was ever brought up was when Jax saw it. Jackson.
I hope you don't mind. I'm grabbing some of your stock. Figure that makes us even.
Yeah, sure, of course. Take what you want.
Fixes will be breathing down my neck soon. I didn't even know Rose was dead. She should have just walked away.
There's no evidence that Bloom arranged her death.
Hell, Aiden. You don't know that they didn't. You know, I've seen a lot of things that don't add up. Ant City deals, voter rigging. All it takes is one good PR team to sweep that all away. After Rose died, they created that. Now, I don't know the hows and whys of it, but that code is dangerous. Something about... I couldn't make much sense of it, but it was something about Bell or something.
Bellwether. That's what he wanted.
You gotta burn that code, man. The rest honest, Vet,
Publish
I
it
don't care what
publicly.
you do with it.
Take it to the public.
You know, Aiden, I'm sorry about Clara.
Somewhere.
This whole thing is shit, no matter how you cut it. Careful, Aiden. When the lights go out, bad things tend to happen.
You sure you want to upload files? That's not the message that would appear.
Where several of Bloom's top executives are now being questioned about a series of graphic sex videos leaked online.
Yep, we did publicize everything. Nice. Good job.
Shocking footage has surfaced implicating Mayor Rushmore in the murder of a woman, Rose Washington. The woman was a former CTOS employee reported missing over a year ago. Mayor Rushmore has refused to comment, but a statement released by City Hall claims the footage is a fake, made by the hacker group DedSec in order to discredit the mayor.
Okay, let's see how things go. Oh, they didn't bring their vehicles, huh?
What have you done? Are you mad?
I don't know anymore. But I do know Nikki's safe. And I know you'll pay for Clara.
You think you're the hero in all this? Read your own press. You're a terror to this city. You and your vainglorious bullshit. Come on, then. Come and get me. Let's finish this. Oh, but there's one thing I forgot to mention. You'll like this. I've unlocked CTOS. Completely. I am inside the system. And you are in for a show.
Locate Damien. I need to see. Are we in the last act? Because we are. I need to be sure here. Whoops. Last thing. One thing. Progression. Yeah, we are. We are in the last. Okay.
T-Bone?
So there I am, waiting for my train when the lights go out.
Guarantee that's just the start of it. Damien has full access.
Over my dead body. I'm not gonna let my CTOS baby get jumped up on that wackadoodle. There's a weak point he won't know about. Just get over there and shut it down. I'll end his joyride quick and pronto.
I'll call you once I'm in. Nice to have you back.
I didn't use the blockers though. The central building.
CTOS. It really is a wonder of human ingenuity. A model system making a model city for model citizens. I wonder what Bloom said about potential hacks to the system. Sound debate, I'm sure. Hackers? Oh, relax. Our CTOS is the most advanced blah-bitty blah blah blah.
Bippity blah blah.
It'll get you every time. But then you know that very well, don't you?
I will also start and end it with Damien. What about our starting friend? What about him in all of this? Where is he? Unable to reroute. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what I can do about this. What? Okay, that's the last thing to do.
Can't get past the firewall. T-Bone might have an idea.
Right, how am I supposed to do this?
The Merlot.
He blocked us out. I need him disconnected fast.
Well, shit. I got one idea, but last time I did it, people died.
If we don't do it, people will die. What do you got?
The whole network's tied to a satellite. Runs as kind of a safety valve to CTOS. I got a homemade virus. A real mean motherfucker. You gotta install it from 3 separate points.
What does
Of
it
course
do?
you do.
It'll shut down your man. That's for damn sure.
This could get ugly.
You don't know the half of it, amigo. Call me when they're installed. We'll get it done right.
God, that's far away. Oh my goodness, why? Why would you do this to me, game? I need a bike.
Did you really think you could stop me so easily? I'm disappointed. I took you for someone more clever, but I'm forced to see you're like everyone else.
Get out.
Ah, the silent treatment. You'll leave me an emotional wreck. And who knows what I'll do in such a state.
It reminds me of that haircut chase.
Aiden, impress me. What will you do now? Throw me out my game? Come on. You can do better.
It's screwing with the navigation. He's trying to slow me down. Focus on one location at a time.
I'm going to one location at a time. God, what the... It wasn't even me that I hit.
Be advised, a high-powered patrol car has been dispatched after the suspect.
Oh my goodness. Gotta be kidding me. Come on, heck.
Looks like you didn't need your hacker chick after all.
Come on, I don't have time for this.
Check out all this control.
No. Go away. Sorry.
Color me impressed. What was that? A virus of some kind? He's taking quite a shine to a
I mean, there's one right here, apparently.
hacker business. Noodle away, Aiden. You don't really understand what I'm doing.
Trying to destroy the city.
There are a couple that are steady. Like, the one straight ahead of me is pretty steady, so that's probably one.
No, not destroy. So every one of them can know what it feels like to have their future taken from them. And I'm saving the best for you, partner.
Excuse me. Thank you very much for letting me go. How nice of you to do so. Please consider giving me a vehicle. No vehicles nearby, really?
Who wouldn't want a smart city?
Come on, give me a damn vehicle. No vehicle. Okay, great.
Be advised, a high-powered patrol car has been sent to his location.
What about here? Vehicle, good.
I'm gonna take this guy out.
That's good for you. Trying to take me out and everything.
Stop where you are.
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Squad, requesting CTOS access. We don't have a 20 on the suspect. Moving to a better vantage point. Stop! Repeat!
Copy that. A
As soon as I was like, oh, he's probably here. At least he doesn't do this. And then immediately they do it. Stop shooting my tires. I need those.
Trip to Red London, England next. Wanna come along?
I need a motorbike. Please give me a motorbike. What? What the? Would you stop? They're walking into me. God, come on, please go. Come on, vehicle, please go. Oh my god. At least only 2 left. I don't know which one is furthest away or not.
Damien's screwing with the navigation. He's trying to slow me down.
It's okay, I know the way to where I'm supposed to go. I really don't care about civilian casualties, but it's just like, what am I supposed to do here? Again, they just jump in front of me. Like, what do you want me to do? Oh my god. They could have handled this a better way. I like that you can access things, but come on. Oh, this is just ridiculous. I need to turn around. I messed up.
Who wouldn't want a smart city?
Wait. Already no bike in there. Crap. Just come on, let's go. Hack, please.
That's the great thing about viruses. They can just spread out of control.
Be advised, a high-powered patrol car
How can they shoot me?
after the suspect.
Oh, I need those shutters actually. Give them back. Get out of here now.
See how smart this network is? It anticipates a problem. You. And fixes it. I see what you're
Hager's over there.
Upload your little virus, it sniffs around and finds me.
What the?
You come
Stop that.
cripple. That about right.
If I need a new vehicle, I need it now.
This little cabin, but then she's dead. Isn't she? Well,
Go.
give me your best and I'll give you mine. And you can brag all about it in the afterlife.
I can do this. I believe in myself. Yes.
Be advised, a
Oh, I thought I
high-powered
could do
patrol
that
car
for a
will be
second.
dispatched after the suspect.
Did they shoot my freaking tire again? Oh my goodness. Get out of my way, please. Anything.
Look how efficiently our digital city hunts you down.
Is en route to the suspect.
It saves energy consumption.
Yeah, but who's the one hunting him down now? Oh, please don't rank in front of me, you weird people. Didn't think I would actually avoid them. scans for me again. This time I don't think it'll work either. How am I supposed to... Come to get in there. No, not the camera. What are you doing?
The best offense is a genius defense. Did you
What
know
happens
that
if I jumped out the window?
most people find the CTOS to be safe? That's PR for you. Wonder how they'll swing this one.
Lose any pursuers. But it was open. Oh my god! I just killed myself, didn't I? Oof. What? I was inside. Fine. At least I'm still at the lose pursuers part. This is ridiculously hard. They couldn't just have had it so you didn't get scanned. Like, you had all of these challenges and then you also get scanned and everything. That's a bit of a weird leg again. Okay. Where is this freaking... You just show yourself, helicopter? I could actually get you. Well, shite. They really just mimic what I do, don't they? Uh-oh. I'll just go this way now. I love that they willingly just drive into stuff though, it's funny. Go, 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 go. Don't have time for this. Go, 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 go. Oh, but they don't care about civilians as well. Oh, so awful. Okay.
High-powered patrol unit's been dispatched after the suspect.
Stop your vehicle and give yourself up.
Maybe later.
Knows how to drive. We're doing our best to keep up with her. I'm ordering you to stop.
Oh my gosh. Goodness sake.
Stand by, squad. Suspect got away on us. We'll do another sweep.
And I've escaped finally. My goodness. Such a dragged out thing. Like really, they couldn't have had it go to one place. They had to have 3. And then I had to make it so difficult.
Right where we started.
A time consuming with the right word.
Ladies, never mind. You'll have a clear line to the satellite, and that's what's important.
Okay, clear line to the satellite. You say that's the safety valve?
And a little more. Once you're inside, you pull the trigger, lights out, Aiden. And if we're lucky, and I'm as clever as my CV says, you'll get a lock on Damien's location.
That's all I want.
Shut the sound down, CTOS. Okay, sure. on the other side. Let's get over there. For some reason, he's not attacking me anymore. Right above me. Here we go. Oh, great. Just do it.
Wait. We are DedSec. We've been watching. We know what you're doing. You're killing the lines to CTOS.
Enjoy the show.
Give us 30 seconds.
For what?
30 seconds inside CTOS. We drop in our code. Then, when the system reboots, DedSec will control the machine from inside. We will correct what Boom has broken. 30 seconds is all we need.
30 seconds, no one knows. Our little secret?
We will be the watchdogs.
No. I'm tired of all the noise.
We will not forget this.
Okay. How nice of you, DedSec, to be nice. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I see. So maybe I can... Yeah, there we go. And you do this now, and... And you do this. Actually, you do this, right? No, because then you go all the way up there anyway. Okay, what if I do this and then change you to do this, and you to do this, and boom. More intrude.
I've linked to a satellite. From here, T-Bone's virus will reboot the entire system. It'll stop Damien. I'm gonna find him.
Shut down.
My God.
Family safety. Use a boat to reach Damien. A boat. Okay, sure, why not? Kinda blocked myself, didn't I?
So damn stubborn. Quinn's dead. You got your sister back, Clara. She stabbed you in the back. She helped kill your precious Lena. You know it's true.
What about you? Some
Yeah, I need to
might blame
turn around.
you for Lena's death.
I wonder who would think that, huh? But why stop there? Perhaps we should blame you. As I recall, the Murloc job was your plan.
I blame myself every day for the plan, for meeting you, for not stopping you when I had the chance. I don't make that mistake anymore. I see a problem, I step in.
Oh yes, the vigilante. I've read your headlines.
You're the only problem I see now, and I'm coming for you.
Okay, you're right out there, huh? Little island to hide in, huh? I'll get you though. You cannot hide from me.
Power's still running out there. That's Damien.
To find a good spot to kind of stop. Oh yeah, over here. Probably a good spot to, like, you know, Just get off. Really? Can't jump onto it, I have to turn it. Okay, I have to have him in the water, I guess. I mean, that's very inconvenient.
Remember when you and I first decided to pool our talents? The schemes we were planning? We had so much drive, but never like this. Look outside. We've taken down a goddamn city.
No, I've taken down a city. You've just been in the way the whole time.
Now I'm spending my final hours standing on the Widow's Walk. That's what they call the lighthouse lookout. The Widow's Walk. Did you know that? I didn't. Seems fitting. Everything reeks of conclusion.
Ah, no. Seems more like it reeks of a-holiness.
Surprise, surprise.
You got a speech, Damien? Anything you want to say?
I know who I am now.
That's it? That's all you got?
Hey, fuck you. Look at you. You plowed over people to get to a mob boss. You think you're absolved because your cause is what? Noble?
You played me. That's what this is about.
I played you. Clara is as much your fault. So is your niece. That's why you sent your family away, right? They know what you are. You play a beautiful game, but sometimes you still lose.
Blah, blah, blah. Jesus, you guys talk a lot. What are you doing here?
Sorry, pal. New contract. Kick it over.
What?
Come on, kick it over. Oh, you're hilarious. You know, you guys take things far too personally. That's your problem. That's why this went wrong. There's lessons to be learned here, fellas. Up, phone 2. Give it to me. Come on, hand it over.
Why is he not shooting us, though? Why would you kill him?
I don't know what Damien wanted in those final moments. Death, I suppose. I thought I could fix the little girl's death, but instead it led to all of this.
Exactly.
Exposed lies, corrupted kings, a broken city. And me, changed man. I don't look back anymore. I don't regret. I look forward. Everything is connected, and I'll use that to expose, to protect, and if necessary, to punish.
Really, that's it? Can't be. There has to be a little bit more. No? That's all.
Once again, Mayor Rushmore is dead. Police are not revealing any information. The leaked documents found extensive corruption and deep ties between the mayor and the Chicago South Club leader, Lucky Quinn. Did the mayor kill himself over this exposure? Or was he executed? Bloom Director of Public Relations, Charlotte Gardner, has issued a statement regarding the recent CTOS troubles.
We knew all along that our CTOS network would be a target for hackers of all strengths and skills. It's been an excellent proving ground to demonstrate how robust our system really is. We're so pleased with the results. Our firewall security withheld the worst of the attacks, and in some cases, trip switches closed the systems off before any access could be gained. Your personal information remains secure. Our CTOS network is restored to full operations.
There's a little bit of BS, huh?
In a world where we want to spend more time with loved ones, be active in our communities, have safer, healthier homes and cities, Bloom Industries listen to you and your needs. We are embarking on a global journey. We want the world to be a community. CTOS 2.0, focusing on you, putting you on the global stage.
Wow, how noble of them.
Making smart cities even smarter.
Making smart cities smarter.
An interview with a woman who claims to know the vigilante, Aiden Pierce.
Renowned child psychologist Yolanda Mendez is with us. Dr. Mendez, your story is extraordinary. You actually know Aiden Pierce, the man we know as the vigilante. Tell us how that came about.
I met Mr. Pierce through the family, his sister.
This was a surprise to us. We couldn't find any information about him at all. It's great that you've come forward. You were treating her son for trauma?
Yes, well, naturally I can't discuss any of that. Not even their names.
No. We wouldn't ask you to. But that's how you met Aiden Pierce. What's he like?
It's impossible to say for certain what he's really like. He masks his personality, and he's very good at it.
Is he?
It isn't like someone playing poker. This is a very smart man who is looking to gain the upper hand in every situation.
And you're writing a book.
Smart man, you can fool me.
Book about the whole experience. A study on Mr. Pierce. I really wanted to explore this complex man's mind.
I'm sure it'll be a fascinating read. Dr. Mendez, thank you.
It's sick, okay, yeah.
DedSec has had enough. Our warnings have fallen on deaf ears. Our reputation has been attacked by weaklings such as Default. Heed our final warning. There will be a reckoning. We are vigilant against the Watchers. We are capable. We are unstoppable. We are at war.
Okay.
A statement from the Commissioner's office acknowledges the recent decline in criminal activity. The vigilante known as the Fox is only given the slightest praise for his crime-fighting efforts. An anonymous source told our reporters that members of the police department are more enthusiastic about the vigilante than they are allowed to publicly disclose.
I mean, that's nice anyway.
Chicago still reeling from the shocking revelations of Rose Washington's murder and Mayor Rushmore's subsequent death. There has been little appetite for politics or elections. One name that's been floated about is Bloom's VP of Communications, Charlotte Gardner. Her supporters insist Ms. Gardner will restore integrity and trust to a city that sorely needs it. City officials are picking up the pieces from the shocking chaos brought on by a massive CTOS malfunction. The city experienced major power outages, bridge disruptions, and thousands of dollars in damages. While CTOS is back online, many are raising questions about the safety features needed to run a complex system in a major city.
I would thank their families for the incredible support, okay?
I'm holding up.
I got one last bone for you to chase. Maurice finally gave in, then suddenly he was all talk. I'll give you a location, the rest you can work out yourself.
That's business, huh?
Yeah, that's right. It's all business.
Jordy's like that. Tidy fixer. Keeps the loose ends clean. Maurice is one of his loose ends. And he's ultimately my problem. He's the one who shot my car. Killed my niece. I want to say we're different, but I don't know anymore. How many people have I hurt? Killed? Who deserves to die? Who decides that?
So it's gonna give me a choice now, I'm guessing. Kill him or let him go.
some loose ends. I know you'd be back. Guys like us, we don't know when to stop.
They really want me to stop. He didn't mean for it to die, so I want to walk away. I do want to shoot him though.
You're the last.
There is no last. You're in it now. I warn you.
Was it DedSec all along? I mean, I know DedSec is the topic of the second game.
They're like nothing you've ever seen before.
Yeah, tell me about them.
You fucking think it's over?
No. But now they have something to fear.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you, man? Huh? You're fucked! You get that? We're both fucked! Fucking shoot me! Come on. Huh? Make you sleep better at night. Kill the guy that killed your niece.
No.
Fuck!
Not shooting you. Oh well. Goodbye.
Maurice is living his own private hell. He's a victim in all of this. And I've seen enough death. He's gonna get a second chance. We both are.
Just saying, by the way, if he willingly wanted to hurt her and he ever said that, I would 100% have shot him there. But because when we interrogated him, all he said was that he didn't know she would die. Like, it wasn't his intention that she died. What's with this music? So not the right in the theme. And pause. Is it gonna get like a static and then change? It seems like the kind of music that would kind of change like that. So my opinion of the game, I mean, I don't know what to say. To me, it's a 6 out of 10. I don't want to sound rude, because the thing is, it is a put together game. You can play it, but let me just lower the music for me personally, because I can't think. It's too loud. But anyway, like I was saying, the game is well put together in a game standpoint. You know, it's like it does what the game is supposed to do. You get an experience, you play it, you can drive through a city, that's part of the experience. You go to missions, that also works. You do the missions and you get a story. You know, it all fits together pretty well. The issue is between all of those things, you have an open world that's kind of boring and not very interesting. It was cool first when you saw the people's like profiles on your phone. You saw, oh wow, they have this specific thing going for them. But then it kind of just became old really fast. You couldn't do anything with it. You couldn't like pretend that that you were like their thingy and you needed money. Like you couldn't pick who you stole money from either. Like I would like the ability to pick to steal from a rich person, so I would never steal from a poor person, or you know, vice versa. It would be nice if you had the choice in the game, or any choice at all as a vigilante, to do vigilante stuff. All you did was go to this point here and do the thingy there, and then go to the next point and do that thing, and go to the next point and do that thingy. Also, how the main quest worked. So I'll go over things one at a time to make sure you guys understand exactly where I'm coming from here. So, first, let's talk about the thing that is very mediocre. The story. Okay, so the story is about Aiden Pierce, a guy who was a thug in the past. Okay, I'm quoting the game. The game called him a thug. Who was a thug, and then he did the melee job, and then everything kind of turned upside down when he got his niece killed. And don't get me wrong, okay? He became a target with the Damien because they were essentially stealing things and doing whatever they wanted to do. They were vigilantes slash thugs, okay? He was keeping a close eye on his family, and he was close to his family, which is where the mistake was. And he then drove his niece home, I think, home from something, or to an ice cream store or something. And they then shot the tires on the car, and they crashed. So that's the whole beginning of the story and the whole revenge plot. Now, at no point in the story does Aiden really seem like he feels bad. I know he says, like, I live with it every single day of my life, but it doesn't illustrate that in any way throughout the game. And I would love to see him, like, when he's alone, either get a little breakdown, try to convince himself that it's not his fault, or that he says it is his fault, and all like he can do is like work through it and get the people responsible, and then finally turning himself in. That's why I think the best ending would have been him turning himself in. Like, when you think about it, then he would try to get redeemed for killing his niece, which essentially he did. If you were a hacker, let's say you were vigilante, would you drive with your niece after some job went wrong? Or after, like, if you're a freaking vigilante, wouldn't you try to stay away from your family members to keep them safe? Like, I know for a fact I would, so it makes no sense that he's just driving with a kid after he has done some shady stuff. Even if he thinks he can't be identified, then know that something went wrong on that mission, and then things just went shady. It all just seems weird. Then he put everyone in harm's way during that too, the whole revenge plot. And he even gets his sister, like, trapped, almost killed as well. It's like... It's not a horrible story, okay? I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm saying it's mediocre. And I know DedSec is the big topic of the second game. I haven't played the second game, but I'm looking forward to playing it because I hear it's way better than this one. So when it comes to story, like, to me, it's just very mediocre. Everything that happens is very bubble based, and when I say bubble based, I mean you go here, you do this mission, you go here, you do that mission, you go here, you do this mission, you go here, you do the next mission, or now we have chapter end. So it's like area based. I call that bubble based, but like area based missions where in this area you do this thing, you shoot someone, you learn something new, and then you go to the next area where you then meet someone, and then you go to the next area where you meet someone else. You know, they could have done it in a better way, where everything seemed to kind of be more fluid, where one mission would lead you to the next mission instead. Or you would stop near the next mission in the end of the last mission, or you would start the next mission immediately after the last mission. But because it was like, go here, do that, it feels like very old game design. It feels like game design from Saints Row back in the day and like the earlier GTAs, which, you know, it can be done well, okay? I'm not saying it can't be done well, but in this game, it did not feel like the story kind of progressed on a normal manner when you did that. It felt like interruptions in between, and it kind of put me out of the story and out of the experience. So though that whole mission-based structure on the story made no sense in the context of this game to me. You guys might think differently, that's fine. Now let's jump over to gameplay. I've said what I want to say about this story. There are specific parts, of course, that I liked. To name one, I liked it when you had to chase down another hacker. It was cool. It was kind of interesting because they messed with your technology that shows that you're not the only one who can hack into things. And when you learn about that hacker, which, by the way, it was one of the videos that didn't have any game audio, but when I hacked into, when I tried to find that hacker and hack into stuff, I suddenly felt vulnerable. And I suddenly felt like while I was chasing him, he was also chasing me. In the end, it kind of didn't amount to much. You still chased him and he didn't really do anything to you. But still, it was kind of cool how you got your own medicine, like taught to, or given your own medicine. That was one of my favorite story moments in the game. I was also a little bit disappointed by the bunker, just because of my personal experience. It would be cool if there actually was a bunker instead of just a hangar of some kind, or just a big house with computer stuff, or whatever you want to call them. So, I mean, there's that too. If you want me to name the worst part of the story, I would have to say that is when you had to recruit Kenny, because that was extremely boring to me. You're hunting this guy down, you're going back and forth in the same area, and then you figure out he's just some dude in a bar in the end. And then you have to do stuff for him before he joins you anyway. It was just one freaking task after another in that area, and it was so boring in the end. And at least it went out with a bang, so to speak. Hint, hint. It actually did go out with a big explosion, but if you watch those videos, you would know. And yeah, that was my least favorite moment. Like, not the explosion. The explosion was nice. I liked blowing up that area because of my experience in it, so it was cool. Maybe just wanted to feel as bad about that area as Aiden Pierce did. Anyway, so yeah, there's that about the story. So gameplay-wise, there were bugs, and there were quite a few of them actually. Now, some of them can be blamed on me. Okay, don't think you're gonna have the same experience, exactly like mine. Now, I'm playing at 120 FPS. Pretty much constantly, unless it goes down to 100 because I'm driving, and for some reason that drops performance. Now, that should not be the case in 2023. I'm just going to be honest there and say, if your performance drops to 100 in 2023 on some of the newest hardware, I'm running at 3080 by the way, I should be able to run constant 120 on a game like this. If I played GTA right now, I would pretty much run constant 120. Unless, of course, I boosted the settings beyond the point of, like, recommendations. But everything was recommended at max for me, and I should be able to run it perfectly at 120. Now, while I can play games at 60, I tried to turn this game down to 60. Because sometimes in game engines, there are bugs where you have above 60 FPS, and all of a sudden, all the physics flip out. And I think this game had that. I couldn't change it, however. I tried changing it with River Tuner Statistics Server, RTSS. Didn't work. Only way I could change it was to change my whole PC's FPS, and that would make the recording slightly worse, because the frames would be a little bit off. And at the same time, I would have my whole PC would be running at 60 FPS. And when you use the built-in graphics card limiter for the FPS, I get, at least I do, okay, don't quote me on this, people who also record videos who's watching this probably in the future or ever, at any point, I get stutter on my videos, and I limit my my actual FPS on a CPU level instead of the GPU level, and that somehow makes my frame time graph smoother, if you know what that means. It pretty much means that the frames get delivered in a nice timing. In a specific timing based on the FPS, which means less latency and you see everything evenly. So that's why I use a CPU limiter. But I couldn't do that in this game. Usually you would add this .exe to it, and or you would change the overall FPS on RTSS to 60. But again, that would lower everything on my PC, and that would include my recording software. And that can lead to issues for my recordings anyway. So I prefer to just being able to limit it in the game. And this game does not have an FPS limiter inside it, to my knowledge. And I also could not, for some reason, click the EXE and limit the FPS in it. I don't know if I made some sort of mistake. But that's something to keep in mind on the gameplay side of the game. If you play above 60 FPS, there will be physics issues. But I didn't only have physics issues. I also had visual bugs. Related to the sky turning white and black again, and white and black, and some camera issues where the camera would flip out a bit. Like overall, it didn't have too many bugs. Oh, okay.
With CTOS Chicago setting the standard, we're proud to announce an expansion into other major cities across the country and around the world. There's no better way to bring the city right to your doorstep. Look for CTOS 2.0 in the new year. CTOS, the future at the touch of a button.
How nice. How nice of them to do that, huh? Let me just get away from this vehicle so make sure everything is fine. So yeah, that the gameplay standpoint, it's okay. Shooting can feel good. It can all be fine. Driving feels floaty. But that's just a different game. I played GTA and I played other driving games, so it could just be that I'm used to those. But driving can feel floaty and all that stuff. Otherwise, the gameplay plays a lot like GTA. Just it has a certain feel to it that's a bit more punchy than GTA does. A little less satisfying, but more punchy is what I would say the combat feels like. But pretty much the combat is more or less the same as GTA. When it comes to running and all that stuff, I wish you didn't have to hold down the R2 button. But the button layout is fine, it works, but B for climbing things was weird to me. And the cover system was also a little bit off sometime. You accidentally went somewhere you didn't want to. So I wish you could just crouch anywhere without having to press a button near cover. But just press the crouch button and you would automatically be, in cover instead. But this game doesn't have a crouch button. And a crouch button is very important in games like this, because it just works when you have a crouch button. It's nice. I've had a lot of games with crouch buttons and where you can just hide behind things. Assassin's Creed Unity technically did it. And it did it pretty okay, I would say. So I don't know why they... I mean, I don't know if this was made before, I think. So maybe the second one has it. I'm looking forward to trying out that one still. Hacking-wise, the gameplay was fine. It was fun. I wish there were more to do with the phone. But what we have is fine. There's nothing too major about it. Like most of it is very mediocre, but the whole 60 FPS debacle and the whole 120 FPS debacle, I don't really like that, and I think they should have had a built-in FPS limiter anyway. And also wish they would have worked in the game and fixed some issues, because there were times when cars and the AI would just flip out. Two examples. One, a car flew down from the highway for some reason. Now, that could be a physics bug, but I doubt it. Like, I don't know why the physics bug would cause that to happen. And then another car spawned outside of the road, and I sat in it, and the car just disappeared. It went poof. Makes no sense to me. So, it's not like the game doesn't have issues, and I wish they were fixed to this point. Right now, you can even see the shadow seems to be having issues with the character, I think. Near the thing in his neck. Maybe it's just because it's a tree right there. But anyway, that was something I had issues with. So gameplay is not perfect by any means, and all the bugs sort of drag it in by 0.5. It's not really that great. Like the gameplay is fine, but the bugs make it kind of meh, But anyway, that's gameplay for the most part. Very mediocre. Like GTA, it is very mediocre. It can be satisfying, but I don't know. You barely got to use it, and the game isn't really majorly about shooting anyway. So I wish they would have done something more with the combat. But I like the crafting system overall. It's just I wish it was easier to use than select one at a time. But if you could just use it in a menu, like let's say I go into this menu, right? Why can't I just click this, like with X, and use it? Because that would be faster. I click this, use, click this, use, click this, use. Instead I have to select it like this. Then I have to head it down there, use it. Let me just use this really fast. Then I have to use it. Boom, now I used it. Now I have to select this again if I want to use this. Click, use this. Now I have to select this if I want to use a bomb. Boom, select this. I don't like that. I think that is very annoying, and I wish it would be more simple. Because I don't really feel like it's like nice or good for the game to have that. And I don't know why they already have this. Why not just let us use the items in here? Crafting was fine. It was a nice addition with these items. Although I still wish you could use them in the menu. Maybe the bombs would make sense. You have to select them. But then again, you could also just do this and then have the outline go there and then you press the button instead. So I don't know why they completely didn't use the wheel they already made. To me, that makes no sense. They could just have a little cycle between them instead, like this. But instead do it like here, where you can cycle between them. Instead, you can cycle between songs. So, no, please don't skip. Okay, stop. Good. So yeah, I don't know why they did that. Now that brings me to another point, which is the one most people base games off of: graphics. I see absolutely nothing wrong with the graphics in this game. It looks okay. It doesn't look great, mind you, but it looks okay. Ultra settings, looks great. Nothing really standing out in the graphics, except it has a weird filter on it that makes everything look a little bit dead. I think it's like more of a white filter that makes everything a little bit less contrasty and vibrant. So everything kind of looks gray, at least with a gray tint over it, which is okay. I mean, if that's the feeling they're going for in the game, then that's fine. It's more of a gloomy feeling, I guess, they're going for, but I wish there was more to it, because it makes the world feel less alive and less, responsive. So that's something with the graphics. One thing I forgot to talk about was probably the AI, and the AI in this game is as clueless as Cyberpunk's AI. Yes, I've seen the AI in Cyberpunk, and no, I have not finished the game or even played the game. I played the beginning, I think, to test out, to see if it's recording worthy, and it is, but I didn't really feel like recording at the time, because bugs. But when it comes to like AI in this game, they're also clueless. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, now, again, graphics, like I said, just neutral on it. There's nothing really standing out, nothing good, nothing bad. It's just good. Like, I guess it's just good, decent, well made, nothing more than that, nothing worse, better. Now we come to characters. The part I dislike the most. So Aiden Pierce, our main boyo here, our main character, the guy we are supposed to control, I feel like I don't identify with him. I feel like the choices he makes no sense half the time. I feel like his personality is too gloomy, too dark, and too like non-identical with my personality. I just feel like his whole view of everything is kind of stupid, and I feel like his character is only there for revenge, and all of a sudden he has a moral compass now and again, but he still goes through with everything. So he is still this dude who just hacks and does whatever he wants. He feels like a rebel, a thug, which they actually describe him as, and a guy who cannot understand what it means to let go of anything. I guess that's the whole topic, that he should let go, but he's fighting, and then in the end he lets Maurice go. If you decide that anyway. But yeah, when it comes to his character, like, you can't even personalize his clothing style too. Like, it's always a trench coat and a cap. And I'm sorry, game developers, that feels very lame. Let me customize the clothing. I know you can do that in the second game, so I think they took the feedback from other players. But like, what? Why would you think we just want a different colored, like, clothing? His whole character is built in this trench coat persona, and I don't understand why he always wears that. Like, again, it's like, the cap hides his face or whatever. Like, sure. But so can a mask, and so can anything else you can put over your face. And if anything, the trench coat and cap makes him easier to identify. So I don't know why they decided to go with that look. It's cool in the beginning. It looks cool, but then it kind of gets old, and then it gets older, and then it gets too old, and then you just don't care about how he looks anymore, and you just have to assume everyone that a trench coat has some kind of cool ability against technology built into it or something. So yeah. The other people in this story, pretty good. Clara, I don't know. I like her hacking personality was interesting in the beginning, and it intrigued me. But then she showed her face, and she was no longer that intriguing to me. And then she was kind of this sidekick. And then you figured out his secret, which was obvious from the very beginning. She has something to do with the job. And then she dies. Which, okay. I didn't really feel for her anyway. Then you have Kenny, who you also don't feel for because he's a crazy maniac. He has this whole brother relationship with Aiden, sort of. And in the end, he comes through. I think Kenny's personality was my favorite in the whole game. And Nikki's personality is like, no normal woman would react that way. And Jackson, the kid, no kid would act that way. They all feel very fictional characters. They feel like very fictional characters. And Aiden especially feels like a character that's just, he has a bland personality. He's only in it for revenge. And he won't stop until that revenge is fulfilled, even if he hurts people around him. And then it ends up dragging other people into it. And the player, even the player like me, can predict that bad things will happen because he keeps doing stupid shit. So the way he's written is just completely ridiculous. He's an awful character, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. Very important to say that. In my opinion. Very awful character. Do not identify with him. Do not feel sympathetic with him. He is the one who caused his niece's death to begin with. Why is he not held responsible? His sister doesn't even hold him responsible. She wants to move past it all. This is saying, if I was a parent and my kid freaking died while driving this car, I want to know why this car was targeted specifically. I want to know what he was up to. And she didn't know he was a vigilante until that point. It seems like after her daughter dies, he should probably tell her that he's a vigilante. You know? Would that make sense? Or maybe he was a vigilante after she died and he was just a thug before that? I have no clue, but his character was very boring and bland. You know, there's nothing really unique about his character. I just didn't like it. It wasn't funny. It wasn't serious. It was just kind of gloomy and dark and, I don't know, unnecessary evil sometimes that he just did. I just didn't like his character. It doesn't feel in depth. It just feels like they wanted it to be semi-blank slate, and then they wanted him to at least have revenge in mind. And then they want him to feel a little bit. It seems like that's kind of the extent of his personality. Like, he needs to feel a little bit of pain from what he's doing, but but ultimately he goes through with it. There you go. That's his character. So yeah, there's nothing special. And then let's talk about Damien. Yes, Damien, the guy who makes no freaking sense in the whole story. It makes sense that there is a hacker who would do anything like this, but it does not make sense that Damien would do it. Like he was the mentor of Aiden, and he just goes crazy and kidnaps his freaking sister. Like, if he was the mentor to Aiden, he should know that Aiden would be able to flippin' kill him and track Nikki down and do all of this stuff. Instead, he plays along with Aiden and does whatever he wants. Like, it feels like they don't know each other, but apparently they do, because they don't predict each other's actions for some reason. Like, Aiden kept getting wrong predictions about Damien, and Damien kept thinking Aiden would actually do what he says, and then he says after, he's like, I knew this would happen, and then it's like, if you knew this would happen, why would you even ask? Like, why? And all of a sudden, Damien just turns all out evil and crazy, and it's just like, what happened to him for that to happen? Like, it makes no sense. Why he become like that? What? When? What? Why? What? And all of a sudden, in this situation, it's like, okay, now you're after Damien, now you're after Quinn, now you're after whoever else it is. Oh my goodness, what do I do? Like, just makes no sense. Like, makes no sense at all. And what happened to that stripper lady or the lady in the club? I never knew about that. We never saw an outcome of that either. So it's just, he like, I don't know, I just didn't like his character. And Damien's character also made no sense to me. They didn't seem like polar opposites. They seemed like people who wanted different things in the same way. And then it just has a little conflict there, and all of a sudden they go like haywire because of that small conflict. So I don't know. It was just weird. I just did not like it in general. The whole personality between Aiden and the whole relationship between Aiden and Damien. It just kept getting in the way and kept dragging out the story. So much dragging out the story for those small missions in the side because of Damien being an a-hole. Like, they definitely got him off as an annoying character, that's for sure. They certainly portrayed that well. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about his character. It's just none of the characters in the game really enticed me, but Kenny's, and Kenny's character in itself was the most interesting. Still none of them were that great. And then DeadSec popping in at the end, kind of like a cool little teaser. But it does seem like it would have been cooler if DeadSec had recruited him instead. If that makes sense. So they tried to recruit Aiden Pierce instead. Instead, they just tried to reach out to him and say, "Oh, give us 30 seconds." And Aiden was like, "Yeah, I don't want any more people to watch things." And then he's not the watchdogs; they're the watchdogs apparently. And it's like, "Oh, wow, the game about them then?" And then it ends. And it's like, why is this game called the Watchdogs? Because of the ending of the game, or because he's sort of a watchdog and he knows what it leads to in the end? So, not to mention the abrupt ending, by the way. The abrupt ending was just, I would still give it a 6 out of 10 because, like I said, it is playable. The story is mediocre. The whole game is mostly mediocre, but there are certain things in the story and in the characters that drag it down by a whole point from 7 to 6. And it's sad to see. It truly is sad to see that it happens. Would I recommend the game? If you are okay with limiting your FPS to 60 and you're not going to record the game, I think it's a perfectly fine game, and I can actually prove that it fixes the physics issue. So would I recommend you look up someone else's Let's Play and something and see if they are playing at 60 FPS and that fixes the issues. But if all of those issues are fixed by going to 60 FPS, I would 100% say it's worth a play. But just play it at your own pace and know that it's a mission-based game, so it goes from mission to mission to mission. You can still have fun, you can still enjoy it, you can still enjoy the story, but it's not a game that will blow you away. It is a game you can buy on sale, and it would be worth it, in my opinion. But it's not a game that's worth $60, 40 even, maybe $20, $20 to $30 is kind of where I see this game being worth it in that area specifically. Nothing above that and below that is a good deal. So if you ever see it like $20/$30, it's an okay buy, you know. But I would personally I would look at it like below $20 at some point, like $19.99 maybe. Seems to be the pretty good spot for this game. I really hope the next game is good. I keep hearing from people, even a friend, that it's a pretty fun game and it has a nice, like, it has a vibrance to it and the characters feel more in depth in that one and everything. So I really, really, really do hope it is better, because this game has disappointed me a bit. But the premise of the game is very interesting, and I am glad that they at least made 2 more games with the same concept in mind of technology progressing to the point where we can spy on each other and use it against each other. Us humans, that is. It's a cool concept and it's a cool idea. I just wish Ubisoft didn't do it. Because it tend to not expand too much. But in this case, it did well with Watch Dogs 2, I think. If my friend likes Watch Dogs 2, I'm sure that there's something pretty good with it. That being said, while I did enjoy parts of this game, or most of this game I should say, 20% of the time I was a bit bored. So if that means anything to you, then you can either still get it or, you know, not like it based on that. But again, I'm not here to tell you whether or not you should buy it. I'm here to just give you my opinion and show off some gameplay. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm wrong in the comment section? Do you believe that this game is a 10 out of 10? Which is fine. If you really want to believe it's a 10 out of 10, then that is your opinion of the game, and then I am probably wrong in something, and such, you know. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and if it's different, that's fine. If you really love this game, then it just means you enjoy certain things I don't enjoy, and that is also, once again, completely fine. So I don't think my opinion is a final opinion. It is just a opinion, and or an opinion. So do with that what you will. But yeah, you can leave with your favorite parts in the comment section if you really want to. What was your favorite part of the Let's Play? The one where I messed up 3 whole videos? or another part in the video where I flipped out or something? That could be cool. Or not the video, but the whole Let's Play. Maybe I should do a thing where I highlight a comment. I don't know. We'll see. That's for future use. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed watching this Let's Play. I do a ton of other Let's Plays on my channel, so if you're interested in watching those, you can. I always appreciate you people watching. I don't usually say that. I'll try to say that at the end of every single Let's Play. But I do appreciate you all watching, and I want to say I'm not like all of the other YouTubers that like take their audience for granted. But sometimes it's just hard when you have a bunch of people watching, I guess, for the bigger YouTubers. But I just say I appreciate you all, and you know, without you, I would probably stop making these videos, in all honesty. So you all mean a lot to me, that you kind of let me do my hobby and let me enjoy making videos the way I want to do it, instead of, you know, catering to clickbait or any of those things. It's nice that you guys want to watch my content, and yeah, just wanted to say thank you to all of you watching, or who have watched any of my videos. Really, just one video, and I'm very grateful to you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching again this whole Let's Play. Consider liking and subscribing. Hope to see you all in the next video or another Let's Play. And as always, stay awesome.